Cucurella sings Paella during Spain's Euro 2024 celebrations. Spain and Chelsea left-back Marc Cucurella has become one of the faces of the Euro 2024 tournament, with his curls swaying up and down his flanks. However, her curls have been tamed. The 25-year-old was in excellent form throughout the tournament, despite his critics before the tournament, and gave it back to Gary Neville in impressive fashion. During the Spanish celebrations in Cibeles, Cucurella appeared with braids in her hair for the first time. She had promised to do something with her hair if Spain won the tournament, and although dyeing her hair red was suggested and shaving it ruled out, braids won the game. Amid shouts of "sing, sing" from the audience, Cucurella calmed the audience by singing "Cucu Cucurella, he eats paella, he drinks Estrella, Haaland is scared, Cucurella comes." The former Barcelona, Eibar, Getafe, and Brighton defender has catapulted himself into a different stratosphere in terms of his national status, earning the love of his country for his committed play. Chelsea eyeing sensational Premier League star worth £70 million. According to Goal, Chelsea are one of the clubs believed to be interested in signing Manchester City centre-forward Julian Alvarez before the end of the transfer window. The report claims that Chelsea and French giants Paris Saint-Germain are both vying for the Argentina international to strengthen their respective front lines. He added that it would cost them £70 million to acquire his services, and it remains to be seen whether either party is willing to pay that price. Goal also refers to a recent report from Spanish media El Chiringuito, which claims that Alvarez has asked to leave City ahead of the 2024-2025 season. The former River Plate star has rejected the opportunity to sign a contract extension with the Premier League champions and is now seeking an exit from the Etihad. Meanwhile, Fabrizio Romano claims that City will sit down for talks with the player's representatives this month to discuss his future, as the young sensation wants to play more. The Italian journalist added that the citizens are not eager to cash in on the Argentine marksman, and it remains to be seen whether that stance can be changed or not. If Chelsea can convince City to part ways with Alvarez, perhaps for the £70 million fee quoted by Goal, then Maresca could have a lethal partner for Cole Palmer to play with next season. Romano emphasized that Chelsea will not pay crazy money for OSIMHEN. Speaking about the possibility of that happening on his YouTube channel, Romano stated that Chelsea would only sign the Super Eagles striker if the conditions were right. Chelsea won't pay crazy money. 120 million euros, 12 million euros net salary, this is something Chelsea won't do. If the conditions for OSIMHEN's deal will be different, maybe in a few weeks, we'll see. However, from today, Chelsea will not make a crazy offer for OSIMHEN. The same goes for Olise and other players. Chelsea would only do this transaction if the actual costs were different. OSIMHEN has a large release clause, and although Napoli are ready to let him go, they will only do so if they receive the right offer from any interested club. If Napoli's stance remains unchanged by the end of the transfer window, it's hard to see how Chelsea can sign the Nigerian forward. Manchester City is determined to keep Alvarez this summer. El Chiringuito reported earlier this week that Alvarez rejected a new contract, which included increased terms and an additional one-year extension on his current contract with the Citizens at the end of last season. The 24-year-old is also believed to have informed the club of his desire to leave this summer, while asking them to set a logical sale price for potential suitors. However, according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Man City want to keep the forward at the club next season and will hold talks with him when he returns from international duty. Romano added that PSG had signaled a strong interest in signing the Argentinian, but reiterated that City were never looking to sell him and remained adamant that they could find a way to keep him this off-season. Chelsea have also been linked with a move for the City striker this summer, but are yet to make an official approach. Alvarez's current contract with Pep Guardiola's side runs until the summer of 2028, and it is understood he is valued at around £70 million. Losing Alvarez would be a major blow for Man City, who will likely struggle to find another player who can put up the kind of numbers the Argentinian has with limited opportunities. Apart from that, his versatility is a big asset for Guardiola, because he has also played as a number 10 and out wide when needed. Chelsea faces big transfer decisions when their players will leave. The main figure in the current transfer saga is TREVOH CHALOBAH, whose future at Chelsea remains unclear. As Team Talk's Fraser Gillen reports, CHALOBAH has rejected moves to 3 Premier League clubs, including Nottingham Forest, Fulham and Crystal Palace. His decision to reject these offers shows his desire to move forward in his career, perhaps even spending another season at Chelsea. This attitude appears to have frustrated Chelsea's board of directors, who view him as a profitable asset, ready to be cashed in. Apart from CHALOBAH, Chelsea also wants to generate more capital through player sales. Conor Gallagher is another name that is constantly being mentioned, with Tottenham Hotspur showing a strong interest. After his exploits at the European Championships, competition for his signature is expected to get tougher. It is interesting to note how Chelsea's approach to the transfer market reflects the wider strategy used by Premier League clubs, which seeks to balance player development, performance needs, and financial strategy. Chelsea's transfer activity, although aimed at immediate strengthening, also signals a long-term vision under Maresca's leadership. By letting go of players who don't fit his tactical plans and bringing in players who do, Maresca is putting together a squad that is able to adapt to his football philosophy. This strategy, although fraught with the challenges of player sales and market negotiations, is vital for any club looking to climb the competitive ladder. Team Talk's insight into Chelsea's transfer strategy provides a clear picture of the complex balance of power, ambition, and economics that defines the modern football landscape. As the transfer window progresses, it will be interesting to see how Chelsea overcome this challenge, reshaping their squad for the ambitions that lie ahead. As the summer transfer window opens, the decisions taken now could determine the direction of Chelsea's season. With the right steps, they can return to being part of the Premier League's elite teams. Olivier Giroud has retired from international football. The former Chelsea and Arsenal striker has enjoyed an impressive career with his country. After making his debut in 2011, the 37-year-old has played 137 times and scored 57 goals, the most in Les Bleus' history. Giroud also played a key role in France's success in winning the 2018 World Cup, as well as taking his team to another final in 2022 and the 2016 European Cup final. Despite having an astonishing record, Giroud admitted that he had doubts about his position in the team. Writing an emotional post on Instagram confirming his retirement from the national team, he said, "The dreaded moment has arrived, the moment of saying goodbye to the French team. It is a real honor to wear this blue shirt and represent France. By joining this team, I found a second family together with the players and staff. We have always supported each other. We have experienced ups and downs, wins and losses, laughter and tears, but we have always united and supported each other. My career with the French team has not always been smooth. Sometimes I doubted, I also suffered from criticism, but deep down, I never stopped believing. From now on, I have become Les Bleus' #1 supporter. The French national team that I played for 13 years will always be engraved in my heart. This is my greatest pride and my happiest memories." Even though Giroud has retired from international football, his career in the world of football is far from over. Giroud has now moved to MLS club Los Angeles FC as he leaves Europe for the first time. He has signed a contract until the end of the 2025 season, with an option to extend the season. Speaking after making his move official in May, Giroud said, "I am happy and excited to be joining LAFC. I can't wait to go to Los Angeles and play in front of all the amazing fans." Desire Doue is a popular target this summer. According to Caught Offside, Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea continue to hold talks over a deal to sign Rennes starlet Desire Doue. Doue's stock has risen rapidly over the past 12 months, with the attacking midfielder now widely seen as one of the best young players in French football. Interest in the 19-year-old services appears to be heating up, with The Sun revealing over the weekend that Spurs, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and Paris Saint-Germain are vying for the player's signature. The report claims that the Bavarian club had an offer of around £30 million rejected by Rennes for the teenager.